I'm just letting them know what's up. Somebody said, did we give up on the card trick?
I'm about to give up on this house of cards.
I'm about to give up on this marathon.
Yeah, we're about to give up on this marathon.
What's in that hole?
Okay, we can still get this last one.
It fell down.
That was good. That was good, yeah.
Dan Robin says, good luck with the purple goo. I hope you find cheese curds in it.
No!
Oh, I did it again! Well, maybe we can at least get the... Oh, that's so annoying. I mean, like, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Wait, look at this pack that I won.
Alright, guys. You get two
Is there
cards.
anyone that's sleeping right now?
Sunday.
Okay, so we can
I
all
get
go to
two
bed in a little
cards.
bit.
No,
And
Sunday.
There's
is
no
sleeping.
players that are sleeping.
Just
No.
Sunday.
What's your
I
bet,
know.
chat? Here's your
We can just...
cards. I
Entertain
can't
for
see
a while.
them. What's your bet?
You can look at the stream and see them, man.
Are you
playing like
playing Texas Hold'em with...
Yeah.
What's you're gonna...
You crafted anything?
I fold. You guys beat me. Take it down.
Let's get the craps table out here. Let the the chat say whether they want the pass line or
We have some backup cat suits now.
Alright, well, that's good, because I wasn't paying attention and I died. I mean, it doesn't matter why.
all right. Yeah, you know what? Chat's
I
gonna
don't need
play
a cat
those.
suit,
Chat's
though.
gonna play those.
Okay.
Well, unless you want me to
I
try and help
fold.
get the green coins.
All right,
Well,
we win,
yeah, I was
guys.
You
gonna
guys
say
are
we
up
can
2 hands. We're just
hold
counting
them
hands.
until
There's
we
no,
get to that
Yeah, yeah.
I
point.
don't know how you bet. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
of,
we can't bet, but
you bet whole hands. Points. You're up 2 points. It's one. It's limit. One bet.
I'll
Look at that.
I'll make decisions
I got
for
my
the-
own cat suit.
for the chat here.
Fair and square.
All right. All right, let's see it. Oh yeah, we're playing those. We're playing those. We're playing those. Put that down.
All right, I'll play.
All right, we're gonna see a flop, guys.
That's
Where's
terrible.
that?
That's a UPS not working very well.
Ace 8-9 rainbow.
Bet. Bet.
I fold.
Yeah,
2
we got him.
You guys are up 4 points to 0.
Got it. Okay, so
Don't hose us on the last one like I've done the last few times.
This is gonna be
Right.
Carolyn saying that this is dumb. Oh no. It's one of my real friends.
Saying this is dumb.
Sick friend.
So much for your wife, huh?
All right. So,
Take
You-
a listen to that.
you get that thing.
How do I do it?
Move out of the way.
Oh.
Now jump up.
You're almost dead.
We're gonna get in the box.
Woo! That was a close one.
I actually know a pretty good card trick. You guys will like this one.
Why didn't you do it first?
It's kind of hard to see that I'm not actually messing up the card, so okay. Crap. All right, you got 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Pick one. Chat, come to a consensus.
You have to bump
1,
him
2, 3,
into
or
the
4.
holes.
Actually, it's just
Make
make it the first thing that somebody picks.
Okay, first thing somebody picks.
3
3,
Tofu boy
1, 2,
picks.
3.
picks 3.
This is 3. All right, we're gonna turn over 3. It's a 3. Good job. Now, that's what I like to see.
No, I play the.
I'm picking these up,
Who you start with?
putting them back on top of this deck. Now I'm gonna count these off. Tell me when to stop. When somebody says stop in the chat, I will stop. So much lag, you'll never know if I'm telling the truth.
You're still picking numbers.
Better slow down, man. There it is. There it is.
All right, so these are your cards. Now, I'm going to put them into 3 piles. 1, 2, 3. Because we have the number 3. Even if you never said stop, it would have been fine. I would just do this with the whole deck.
Yeah.
They said stop.
They did.
Alright, Jed. I need you to take this 3, touch these 3 piles with it.
Take that 3 and touch those 3 piles with it?
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn it.
Look at the stamp.
Nice.
Oh, God. Okay. Take this 3 and touch these 3 piles with it.
Alright, now, turn over each card. Top
Turn over
card.
Each of the top cards.
Now that you've done the magic thing, you've transferred the power of this 3 to that card.
Okay. Oh, man. I wonder what the third one's going to be.
Anyway, so.
Oh, no.
There you go. Alright, now, next. Here's what we're going to do. One more thing. I want, let's see, everyone to pick a number between 1 and 10. Anyone, pick the number in your head. Let's see this. This will be great. Pick a number.
It's just how it works.
Hang on.
Take this card, stick it in my head.
Those cards.
Pick a number between 1 and
What I
10.
would do is I play that
Don't tell me the number.
You
God,
can make it.
just keep it to yourselves.
Right.
Come to a consensus on
One
the number.
The number is between 1
Should I tell
and
her the
10.
chat?
Now, I want you to take that number and multiply
Over
it
here.
times 9.
There we are.
Got it? Take the number that's in your head, multiply it times 9. Alright. Okay, you have the number that was between 1 and 10. You multiplied it times 9. Now I want you to take the digits of the number and add them together. So say that the number that you picked, or that you have in your head is 14. You would add 1 and 4, you would get a 5. So you're going to add the numbers together that are in your head. If your number happens to be one number, just add it. Don't add it. You've already got a total, but add your digits together. Now, I would like you to
We don't know how to
subtract
shut it off.
6 from your number. And add 2 to your number. Okay. Alright. You ready?
Don't go on that thing yet.
I'm guessing that your number is a 5. Is that right?
So there's a stamp. Here's another star.
The That's hilarious, Brian.
What?
What?
You just
Put
said
it on your
like
head and look in the camera.
a million people.
Did you put it on your head?
No, he told them to come up with a number in their head. He told them to come up with a number in their head. So he just blew like, whatever.
Okay. I thought he was trying to get them to guess the number he had on his head, and he's looking in the camera that has like.
No. He just blew 1/10 of people's minds.
Yes, you got it. Black magic. If you didn't get 5, your math was wrong. He's a witch. Burn the witch. Have some
So
cash,
my
good
friend
sir.
my friend is asking me if I'm gonna be on the Carolyn said she was told there would be no math.
Basic math. You want me to show you an easy way to do multiplication by 9?
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's
I want
great.
you to put the camera
10
back
fingers. Okay, say you want to multiply 1 times 9. Really easy. You just cover up. You go 1, cover that up. The thing that's left, 9. 1 times 9. See? Simple.
The end.
No, but let's do it with 2. 1, 2. Let's put 2
I can
down.
count by
1
times
8.
9.
18. Now, let's say we're doing 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 7.
Now
27.
you gotta do 27.
I can't
Dave,
do
is
that.
that
Yeah, you
dying
can.
down there?
27.
Now let's say that you're trying to do
If you guys,
like 18 times
So we're gonna
9.
focus
You're going to need more fingers.
What?
That's all I got.
would it work?
Let me show you how it was kind of.
No.
No, not at
No,
all.
no.
It'd be like more than a 2-digit
How is that
number.
even? What do you mean?
What?
That's how I learned my 9s.
So I can.
Like
Yeah.
the tens digit would be more than 10.
Yeah. Hold on, wait.
We missed the green one.
9 times 13.
Okay, on Mars, Martians have 6 fingers. What's 10 plus 2? No, what's 5 plus 2? That's the question.
What? What's 7?
If you learn American Sign Language, you can count to 999 on one hand. I think we started to talk about this the other day, but there were Egyptians that count segments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep. Not on the marathon, though. I think we were just talking about that. Or who knows? Yeah, you couldn't do it. 9 times 13 is 117, and that's not, no number of fingers could predict that number.
Alright, so. Draw.
Repeat the question.
When I said no, I knew that it wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, I know. I just wanted to prove it.
How's it going, Chris?
But it would work. The way it would work if you had more fingers
Going.
would be for multiplying by the number of fingers you have minus 1. So if you have 12 fingers and you're in a base 12 system, then multiplying by 11 would work. Use it as a little rule for 11. Or what?
I just don't know where the third green coin is in the summit.
And that's on either side.
Actually, I might.
Welcome to the midnight screening of Cloverfield. It's in the house.
Let's make a movie.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Come
not.
on.
Where do you
You
think it
could
is?
build a bar right here if you wanted to.
Yeah.
There it is.
I found it.
Jed Johnson.
The Iraqi ambassador.
Oh yeah, the Iraqi ambassador. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yep, it sure was. I don't think any of those videos exist anymore, which is probably good.
Let's let's zoom in on Chris, and everybody else can figure it out. Great. Yeah, I'll see. It's good.
Why are we putting it on Chris?
You don't have a player.
Yeah, look at all those points you got.
Have you played this before, Dan?
No.
You're doing good.
I'm getting better. Well, I mean, like,
It's not. It's.
I
a
have
fairly
been
easy
playing
game to
Mario
play.
for the last 4 days, so a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff is kind of certain things like basic mechanics and timing for wall jumps isn't all that different.
Watch those.
So,
things
I
like
know
throw.
we've heard this every year, but new viewers haven't heard it. Brian, can you tell your Library of Congress story? Jed will tell it. He's a better storyteller than me.
So one time in high school, we built this time machine. And we went back in time and Brian designed the Library of Congress.
Amazing.
No, JK. That's not what happened. Okay. So, the year was 1996. Brian and I and Dan
And some Eskimos.
and yeah, there were some folks from Alaska,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
North Dakota or South Dakota. One of the Dakotas.
one of the Dakotas. Who else? There were some very attractive tan people from the American Virgin Islands.
Really?
Yeah, the VI.
I always remember the attractive girls being from Michigan, Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Jermaine and LP.
Oh yeah, Jermaine and LP. Anyway,
We may have missed a green star. I know there's a. There's
but
one
anyway,
here.
so all of us that we just talked about, we went to
The Holiday Inn Express.
no, it was a Hojo.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a Howard Johnson. It was the Howard Johnson at in Washington D.C. We went on a trip called Close Up Washington, where high school kids go and learn how the government works. So we went, and this whole time, Brian and Eric Barnett were having this argument. Eric Barnett claimed that the Capitol building, the United States Capitol building, there on Capitol Hill, was big enough that you could fit the entire population of the U.S. inside of it.
Population.
That was half of
Adult population. There's 50. Yeah, it was half
51%.
plus one.
51% of the adult population. Whatever.
Occupy the
Some
Capitol.
he claimed some gigantic number, gigantic percentage of the U.S. population could be stacked. Their limp bodies could be stacked inside the Capitol building and fill the Capitol building.
The
Brian,
context for this was that if you could get more than half of the adults in the country together, then they could peacefully stage a coup. Like the Congress would have to say, "Okay, you got us. You're all here. You win. We'll change
okay,
everything."
interesting.
That was why he was thinking they wanted to get everybody in there.
Okay. Well, whatever the reason, Brian said that's ridiculous. There's no way you can get that many people into the Capitol building. And the argument basically went like this. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, dude, there's no way. Yes, dude, there's totally a way. And the argument was not gaining any kind of traction. No ground was being made
Run off the edge.
in any way. So, we'd reached an impasse in the argument. Till one day we were walking around outside near the Capitol building, the building in question, and we saw then Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, perched on a balcony at the Capitol building. Our group just sort of took note of it and walked past. And then Brian and Eric looked at Dan and looked at each other, and they said, let's do this. And so they ran off to go back to Newt Gingrich, and I remember Dan said that as Brian and Eric Barnett were going to talk to the Speaker of the House from the ground to this balcony, Dan said, "Guys, be respectful, Mr. Speaker." And so they ran over to the balcony, saw Newt Gingrich was still there, and yelled up to him, "Mr. Speaker!" And Newt Gingrich, waved dismissively, warmly but dismissively. And they said, No, we want to know. Do you know what the volume of the Capitol building is? And Newt Gingrich says, I don't know. Try the Library of Congress, and pointed to the Library of Congress. And they said thank you. And then they went to the Library of Congress and filled out forms proving that they did indeed have a legitimate research topic. And they went and they researched it. And it turns out you can fit 75% of the adult population of the U.S. in the Capitol building. No, that's not true. You can't, you couldn't even...
When we got there,
couldn't even get close.
It was more like we walked into the Library of Congress and we said, "We need the plans for the Capitol building." Newt Gingrich sent us.
I always forget that part.
And they march us upstairs to some sort of plan filing drawer, slide out this drawer, and pull out plans for the architectural drawings for the Capitol building.
That's funny. I always forget that part. Now, here's the funny thing about this. You'll notice that just now Brian was like, "Oh, I love this story. Tell this story, Jed." I didn't see any of this happen. I saw none of this happen. You guys told me this after the fact, and I've just become the official storyteller of this. I witnessed none of this. I never witnessed any part of the argument. I remember kind of seeing Newt Gingrich on the balcony, but I wasn't there when you yelled to him. I didn't go to the library. This could be the Budweiser Ferret all over again, and you just made the entire thing up.
Nice.
Can you tell the story of the Budweiser Ferret?
Get the
So
coin.
once upon a time, there was...
Oh, this is a great story.
You'll notice I keep touching my eyes. It's because my contact lenses have dried out, and I'm looking at you guys through an aquarium. Okay, so
I know I do too.
back in the year was 2001 or something, or what was it? It was probably like 2000 or 1999, even maybe, because you guys were living at Purdue.
We
At
need to
that,
look it up.
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's near.
But anyway,
somewhere.
Budweiser started a campaign several years earlier with these frogs that said Budweiser, Budweiser, and from the frogs we went to chameleons, and from chameleons we went to a ferret, a Budweiser ferret. So there were these Budweiser commercials with a ferret in them, and one night we're at Purdue. We're having a good time. We're drinking a lot of booze. And Brian and Chris Justice, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian and Chris Justice go off to Taco Bell. They go to Taco Bell. We all stay back at the house. We're, drinking more booze, having conversation. Brian shows up back at the apartment with Chris Justice, and Brian has a ferret with him in his jacket. And he's like, "Dude, we got the Budweiser ferret." And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "They were doing some kind of promotion at what else or where else? What was it? Is it where else? They were doing some kind of promotion at this bar, where else, with the Budweiser Ferret, and we were walking by the back door.
Oh, it's
Now,
over here.
we were drinking back at the apartment because we were not old enough to drink yet, so we couldn't get into the bar. So he said, oh, we were having some kind of thing, and the back door was open, and we heard somebody say, like, oh, he got loose, and he got loose, and everyone was scrambling around trying to catch it, and he ran out the back door, and I just scooped him up, and we walked away with him. We got the Budweiser Ferret, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. What's a Budweiser Ferret? And somebody's like, oh, it's a commercial, because I didn't know. And so everybody's super excited about the Budweiser Ferret. I remember Nate showed up, and Brian's like, dude,
Showed up, it was at my house.
we got the, well, yeah, but like, whatever.
Thank you, Groundless and Free.
He's like, dude, we've got the Budweiser Ferret. And Nate, you should have seen the look on Nate's face. It's just like his eyes look like this. He was like, and immediately.
That was, I have pictures of that night. There was a tower of empty beer cans on the table that was 5 feet tall.
Yeah. And
So stupid.
and everybody's so excited, and like people are calling people on the phone. We got the Budweiser Ferret. We got the Budweiser. It's like the war ended. It's like everybody's. It's like Budweiser Ferret. Found it. Everybody's got the Bud, and it's like all of this jubilation and people jumping up and down. Like, let's take it to the girls' apartment, and like they carry the Budweiser Ferret away on their shoulders. And I don't care. I haven't seen these commercials, and it's just a ferret, and I'm drunk, and I'm tired, and so I just sit in Nate's living room, and Brian comes and sits in Nate's living room, and it's just me and Brian, and he's just sitting there. He's got his hands on the chair, and he's like, man, that's not the Budweiser Ferret. We were just walking around and found a ferret.
And it was about like a year and a half before anybody else knew. Like, they framed pictures on their walls, Budweiser frames, with this stupid, like, stinky ass rodent.
Street ferret. If only it would have been a rat. That would have made it much better. If you would have showed up with just like a rat from the street and been like, and everybody's like, oh, it's so cute, you know.
So the story, that's the story from Jet's perspective. So Chris and I had gone to Taco Bell, and we walk out of the Taco Bell, and I look to my right, and there's something in the street. And I'm like, what is that thing? And we run over there, and we see this marmot thing running across the street. And we corner it in a church. And scoop it up, and we're walking back, and the whole way I'm like telling Chris, we can't just show up with a ferret. No one's going to believe we just found a wild ferret in the middle of winter in West Lafayette, Indiana. That's not like, it's not a common animal to find.
Yeah.
So I concocted this story, and there you go.
We totally would have believed it though, because you had the ferret.
Yeah, it's more believable that there was a ferret on display that got loose than there was just a ferret.
I don't know. When you have the ferret as evidence, like, it's pretty compelling.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you just came in and be
No,
like,
you
guys,
didn't.
we
No,
saw
you
a ferret.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Found-
Cut it out.
Surely,
Cut it
that's
out.
probably the Budweiser ferret.
Yeah.
I think.
What happened to that ferret? Ate him. He was delicious. No.
I remember we took him back to the dorm that night and left him, like, in
Bought him a couple of drinks.
somebody's room. Like, I was like, hey, wake up, like Joe or somebody. I was like, wake up, I need you to watch this ferret until we get back from the store. And then we went to Walmart and bought a cage for it.
Oh. We should thank the donors.
Okay. I know you've...
Oh. How do I get through here? Butt slam?
Groundless and Free, thank you very much for your donation. Katash, thank you very much for your donation. You have pushed us halfway to from $64,000 to $65,000. Wow, that's a lot. And unlocked. I believe we've unlocked another level. Eugenian Tunes.
What are these things eating the level?
The nothing. Dramatic tension.